Welcome to the latest edition of the Maps for Kids Showcase. We are glad you joined us as we take a look at the improvements of our city schools thanks to the Maps for Kids initiative. I'm your host, Tierney Tennant. Well, just last month, the Oklahoma State Department of Education released letter grades for every school in the state of Oklahoma. To see how your child's school scored, visit www.okcps.org and click on the A through F report card icon. And to see the plans the district has to improve academics for all students, check out the strategic plan section of the website as well. And on today's show, we're taking you inside an elementary school that is more than 40 years old, but it's definitely not showing its age thanks to Maps for Kids renovations paid for by you, our generous taxpayers. Oakridge Elementary School opened its doors in 1965. The school sits off Southeast 44th near Del City and is home to more than 300 students in grades pre-K through 5th. For more on Oakridge Elementary School, I'm joined by the principal, Cedra Dowdy. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here. You've been principal at the school for a couple of years now. What are the goals that you have for students in regards to academics and preparing them for middle school?
Well, Tierney, when we got our letter grade, we were not satisfied with our letter grade, and we're wanting to improve. So our first goal is to show improvement for every child. So we have lots of areas to improve in, the main two being the reading and the math. A lot of our children are below grade level, the appropriate grade level in reading. So we've spent lots of money in the past couple of years restocking our library with lots of nonfiction books, things that would be interesting to the children to help improve their reading. And along with the reading, then we also want the math literacy. You'd be surprised that we still have children who count their fingers to give me a solution to an addition problem or a multiplication problem. So we're working, so we have something called Minute Math, where every day the children in 1st through 5th grade work over basic addition, multiplication, subtraction, division problems to get them to, like, even if I wake them up in the middle of the night, say, what's 6 plus 2, they can tell me 8 without having to think about it. So that's our goals, is to improve, to have improvement in every child in our building in both reading and math.
So how are you able to integrate technology into the classroom and to help education for those students?
We're very fortunate through different MAPS projects throughout the years. We have a computer lab that has like 30 computers, desktops that are up and running. So the children are programmed to come to the computer lab at least twice a week. And we've purchased some different websites where we can actually go through to improve, again, in reading and in math. Then we actually have laptops in the classroom. None of our classrooms right now have smart webs where the children use interactive lessons, and we're using those. And as we get further funding, we will buy smart board, so that every class will have smart boards, and we integrate technology that way also.
And for the folks at home, smart boards have replaced chalkboards. No more of the dust and all of that stuff. It's all on the smart board and really able to use technology in that way.
Yes, interactive. They can touch it and answers come up. They can write answers and erase answers, and there's lots of websites even we incorporate with our smart boards.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Oakridge is a Great Expectations school. Tell us about this curriculum and how it positively affects the students and the staff.
Good thing about the Great Expectations is that it is all very positive. Like we have something called the Magic Triad, which means, and we make our little triad sign for the kids, and it means kind words, a smile, and a gentle touch. So that's our whole day talking about how we can positively support each other, we cheer each other on. It's like some good old school, old-fashioned manners, being kind to one another. And today, with so much talk of bullying, we want to be friends with one another and help each other, and again, cheer each other to success and support each other. So the GE whole philosophy is about having positive everything at school. Teacher to student, student to student, student to teacher. And even with our parents, we're trying to incorporate it. We have a different word every week. This week our word is courtesy.
Okay.
And just being kind and having good manners. Sometimes we think, well, these children are acting this way or that way, but have we taught them the kind way to be to each other, or to have good manners, to say thank you, please, excuse me, may I have, instead of just jumping in. So that's the whole GE philosophy.
And so many people think that school is just for reading, writing, and math, but as you've just mentioned, it's good to have those courtesy words and being kind, because it helps reduce on bullying, and also just respect of others, which is good.
Yes.
All right, well, we're just getting started here on the Maps for Kids Showcase. When we come back, Mrs. Dowdy is sticking around to chat about a few of her favorite things about the renovated school. But first, Oklahoma City Public Schools is opening additional career-themed academies. Northwest Classen is taking applications for its Academy of Health Sciences, and Douglas Mid-High School is recruiting students for its Law and Public Safety Academy. For more information on these two programs and other career-themed academies, just visit okcps.org and click on the Academics tab under the Departments page. We'll be right back.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first time helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Welcome back to the Maps for Kids Showcase. Construction crews are busy at work at Emerson High School near downtown Oklahoma City. The school recently held its groundbreaking ceremony to celebrate the beginning of $5.1 million in renovations. Mayor Mick Cornett, district officials, and even Rumble the Bison from the Oklahoma City Thunder attended the event. Emerson serves nearly 500 non-traditional students who are living adult lives. And we are continuing our discussion with Cedra Dowdy, the principal at Oakridge Elementary School in Del City. Now, from the moment you walk into the school, you can see improvements from the exteriors. I love the way the new school looks out from the outside. And also the main office. What are some of the changes, some other changes made to the school?
Our old building, it was one little corridor and you were at the office and everything was so small. Our new building, we have a lot of natural sunlight that comes through. The entranceway, it's a lot more inviting, it's big. We have displayed the pictures of our kids, even at the front of the entry from last year, the last year class pictures. And when you come into the office, the bright and vibrant colors, the openness of the place, it's just also more inviting now.
A lot more welcoming than what it was like before.
Yes, so much more welcoming, yes.
Did you change where the entrance is located from where it was previously?
Yes, the entrance was, the original entrance was right there on Leonhardt, and now it's more toward the middle to the back of the building. So it's more spacious, more room and everything.
And more parking and everything.
More
It
parking.
looks great from the outside. Now the colors you talked about, you selected in the school,
Yes.
are just wonderful along with the windows. One thing I want to mention, the quotes that are all over the building that are so inspiring. Tell us about if you chose that or not.
I chose the quotes. They were having a nice sale at Hobby Lobby one weekend, half price. So I went and got all these really great quotes. And one of the quotes, when the kids are coming in every morning for breakfast, one of the quotes says, "You miss every shot you don't take." So I want them to see that every day, to know that the sky is really the limit. We are called the Oakridge Stars, so we're shining bright all the time. That I want them to try and experience as much as they can. But we have quotes all over the building about them reading, about them being good people. We want them to grow up and this to be the foundation of their life and how they become good citizens.
The Media Center is just astonishing. It's one of my favorites, and I'm sure one of yours. So tell us about that design in there.
The Media Center was designed like an open book. If you drive by our building and you see it, the roof is like an open book, and that's where our Media Center is. And again, compared to our old Media Center, which was not even one whole classroom size, we now have this big, fantastic, spectacular, I can't think of enough adjectives to describe our Media Center. So it's big and it's open. We have something called human beings that are our favorite biographical people, like John and Jacqueline Kennedy. We have little bean baby stuffed people kind of things.
Like on the shelves and
on the
stuff.
shelves, and then we display the books so the kids can see the books and check out the books. On our one wall, we have 13 of our GE words. The GE is really part of us. And the biggest word there is integrity. We want our children to grow up to be children of integrity, to make good decisions for their life. So we really love our library. And we have the same colors going, those vibrant colors that just excite you and energize you.
One thing I noticed, the bathrooms, they don't look anything like the bathrooms I had when I was in school. It's a different type of design. What was the thought process behind that?
I actually saw this at another school for Maps for Kids that had gone through. We'd had principals meeting there. And when I saw it, when we got back to our every other week Maps meeting with my construction people and architects, I said, I saw some restrooms at, I'm not going to name the school, and I said, I want restrooms like that. And they did it for me. And the sinks to wash hands is actually in a common area, but still the privacy is there for the restroom part. And the kids are there where they can wash hands. The teachers can be monitoring them at the same time. And as you can imagine, in elementary school, some of the monkey business is in with the washing of hands and everything. So that's kind of a little bit more out, but still private, but we love it.
It's very interesting, so stop by and definitely check out that part of the building as well. These are renovations underway with 8 annex buildings.
Yes.
On your property. So this added some space for you guys.
Add a lot of space, and the big thing, I'm really appreciating having all of my people, my teachers, my kids, my cafeteria workers, everyone under one roof. Where before having the annexes, children had to leave the main building to walk outside. I had to leave the main building to go outside, and now we don't have to worry with walking through the mud and the snow. We're all in one place. So that's been so nice for us.
Do you think that that improved the safety for your students and staff?
A lot on the safety, because now all parents, all visitors have to check in through the office. We love our new check-in system that we have with the system also, system software, where everyone signs in through the computer, gets a badge, and then goes to the building. Before, with just the annexes out there, it really was not safe for my kids, because someone could just walk in off the streets and go into one of those classrooms. So this is so much better for all of us.
So improvements to security and safety.
Yes.
And also, you know, the colors and the windows and the open spaces. Do you think this is having a positive effect on academics, this new building that you have now?
Yes. I would say that as a child, and even the kids, they were excited when we got into part of the building in January, and then when we came back this fall and all the classes are inside and renovated and everything, the kids, just the smiles on their faces, and it's just like they have a feeling of pride, like the people of Oklahoma City believe that we are worthy of a building such as this, and then it instills pride in the kids also.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ms. Dowdy, for joining us here on the showcase. And up next, we get to meet your top teacher at Oakridge Elementary School, so stick around, we'll be right back. But first, let's take a look at this right here. The Northeast community, along with Edwards Elementary students, staff, and parents, held a special plaque dedication in honor of the school's namesake. Walter and Frances Edwards were well-respected African-American entrepreneurs in the 1930s, and in honor of their work, Edwards Elementary was built and has continued to educate students for decades. So the next time you visit Edwards, make sure you check out the official Edwards family plaque at the entrance of the building. We'll be right back.
We'll get you moving.
Because when you get moving an hour a day,
You'll have more energy to do the things you like to do.
And that's a slam dunk.
Whether you like to shoot hoops,
kick the soccer ball around,
or ride your bike,
moving every day puts you on the offense.
towards a stronger you.
so be a player.
Move it your way and be a player.
Get up, play, and move it your way.
Check out how to be a player at letsmove.gov.
Head online to get tips on great ways to get moving every day.
That's www.letsmove.gov.
Did you know 1/3 of an average landfill is made up of packaging material? Why be part of the problem? Recycling is as easy as rinsing and throwing. No need to sort. Set out the little blue bin on your regular trash day. Now it even pays to recycle. Each week, one lucky Oklahoma City resident will win $100 just for setting out their little blue bin full of the proper recyclable materials. Be part of the solution. Start recycling today.
Welcome back. We're joined by Cheryl Nieves, a 5th grade teacher at Oakridge Elementary School. Thank you so much for joining us here on the showcase.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, tell us about the typical Oakridge Elementary School student.
Well, a lot of our students come to our school that have already been to 2 or 3 different schools.
Wow.
Even with high mobility. They are eager to please. They want to learn, and mostly all of them eat breakfast and lunch at our school, and they are below reading and math level, so we have a lot of work to do with them.
Yeah, I've got a challenge, but you guys are up for the task, definitely.
Yes, we are.
From a teacher standpoint, how have the Maps for Kids renovations really benefited the staff?
Well, we have nice classrooms. We have as bright colors, there's more storage so we can store more stuff. We have technology now. In the new side of the building, we have smart boards, document cameras, and we can integrate lessons and more space for learning centers, moving around the classroom. So it's really benefited us.
What are some ways that you are able to integrate technology into the curriculum to help those students in their reading and math?
Well, we have websites we can use. They've opened up, IT has opened up more technology. Let us go to different URLs like YouTube for learning lattice multiplication, for instance. They like to see it on the screen instead of hearing us talk all the time. They can go up there and they can do interactive stuff with the new math curriculum we adopted, Everyday Math, and it's really been nice.
And you are the top teacher at Oakridge Elementary School, the building teacher of the year, so congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thanks to Miss Dowdy.
Yeah, thanks to Miss Dowdy and your
The
great
staff,
staff and the
yes.
students. With this new state mandate requirements, how is the staff working to ensure that the students at Oakridge are reading at grade level and prepared for middle school?
Well, when they come into the school, we always assess them. We have different assessment tools. And then we take that as data, we analyze it. We give students data notebooks so they can track their own assessments, weekly assessments, and then quarterly assessments we give them, and they can determine where their skills are at. And then we can work with them in whole group, small group, implement interventions for students to help them become successful.
All right, thank you. You did a great job, Ms. Nieves.
Thank you.
Great job. Thank you so much for participating in the Maps for Kids Showcase. And thank you as well for watching this show. It will air monthly on City Channel 20, taking viewers inside our city schools for a look at the improvements made thanks to the Maps for Kids sales tax. For more information on Maps for Kids, visit okc.gov. And to learn more about Oklahoma City Public Schools, visit www.okcps.org. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Tierney Tennant. We'll see you next time.